anywhere on the planet today.
El Cedrone's story is of a single instance in time. Inside the Gibraltar Cave, events that happened over tens of thousands of years are being pieced together. Clive's team has excavated hundreds of stone tools believed to have been made by Neanderthals. His partner, underwater archaeologist Geraldine Finlayson, has been working at the site with Clive since 1997.
For a long time, Neanderthals were thought to have mainly been eating meat. But we find certainly in this part of the world that they eat a lot of shellfish. And here behind me, we've got different layers, like layers in a cake. And scattered among the layers, you can still see the remains of the shells that they have collected. We also find fish bones and fish scales inside the cave. It's very easy to collect fish, so you don't need a rod or a line to catch fish. If you just toss a stone at them, you can knock them out. So they can be quite easy to catch.
They ate all kinds of things, whatever was out there. If you put it together, all that's missing to make a good Gusturian Neanderthal paella is rice. Outside the cave, the view is not the one the Neanderthals would have had. For most of the time, the sea level was much lower because global climate was much cooler. The coast was 4 to 5 kilometers out. The seabed, which is well submerged now, would have been the landscape where they went out, hunted, and gathered, and then they came back into this cave for shelter and protection.
Geraldine and her dive buddy, archaeologist Darren Farr, are about to visit a site where Neanderthals lived when sea levels were much lower. It is a strange landscape. Large pinnacles, some with freshwater springs at the base, rise up from the seabed. It's a unique and very new investigation.
We can see valleys, we can see river gullies, and we've actually found upwellings of fresh water. So they would have had a lagoon-type system in front of the cave. So you can imagine that would have attracted water birds, a whole bunch of other things. So it was actually quite an idyllic landscape for them to survive in, possibly explaining why they lasted here so long.
Rocks collected from these pinnacles will be compared with the stone tools found in the Gibraltar cave site. But the real work lies ahead. Using techniques usually seen on land, the team must set up grid lines and meticulously record what they find underwater. If Neanderthals did live here, perhaps their bones are still buried at depth. But because they are now 90 feet below the surface, after only 20 minutes, they have to leave the site or risk the bends. Finding evidence here will be a slow process. And the past does not give up its secrets easily. Deep within El Cedrone, the scientists now know Neanderthals were cannibalized by their own kind, but their task is not over. Finding out how the remains and tools actually got into this cave will require extraordinary detective work.
For the scientists, figuring out how the bones and the stones ended up in this place in the cave was really the breakthrough.
The discovery comes when Marco and his team are back in their lab at the University of Bolivia and take a closer look at the stone tools. El Cedrone